And welcome everybody, your gratuitous buckle shot. This starts off, welcome everybody, their gratuitous buckle shot that starts every episode. This is episode 25 of GrumpsTV. Unbelievable. Episode 25, that's the kind of commitment that we show.
We're still here.
To people we love.
Are you?
Buonasera a tutti.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. Siamo molto contenti di essere qui. Abbiamo un grande festa stasera per te. Noi facciamo una cosa, concerto come le 60, Italia alle 60.
Easy for you to say. I don't know what you say.
Okay, well this is what I say.
Oh, what do you say?
I either said, welcome everybody, we've got a great show and festival for them. Whee! It's going to be like Italy in the 60s.
I take anything in the 60s right now.
I either said that or I said your mother makes pork milkshakes.
Ooh, that sounds so...
but I think I said the first one.
Unappetizing.
Anyways, where was I? Oh, yes.
What do you think
so
of
we are... Look at Gidget in her. Sophia Loren.
Well.
Claudia Cardinale.
You know.
Would you care to,
it's really more
care to take a little giro for tutti?
It's more Mitzi and Fatino.
Ooh, look at that! All we need is a cigarette. Okay, I could light a cigarette on
I'm gonna go get me a cigarette.
But I could light a cigarette on you right now.
Maybe.
Anyways, so here we are. We're super excited.
Oh yeah.
We got a big show. And the funny thing is in the 60s, both of us found out about this thing called Italy in Italians. That was when in our lives we met our first Italians in captivity.
Yeah.
And you know, the first two words I spoke were actually Italian. Really. Mama.
Oh, mama. And me.
And spaghetti. Those are my first two words, I'm sure of it. So, anyways, we're going to celebrate that, a little bit of La Pantera Rosa.
Okie dokie. That's a car.
The Pink Panther. Pantera
Oh,
Rosa.
Pantera.
And
so... molto bene. See, I know.
Oh, you see, look, already somebody says, you look like an auburn-haired Gina Lollobrigida.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so let's do our thing because we got lots of cool stuff for everybody.
Okay.
And remember, we got some new technology, so we might not get bumped tonight. This might be completely amazing. And then again, if it is, remember, you can always go to the Bruce Foreman YouTube channel and see all of the episodes. This week, I learned how to categorize things. So like GrumpsTV and all of Bruce Foreman stuff is separate, and all of Cowbop stuff, everything is there in its own category now on my page. So it's a lot easier to browse and find things. No, not that anybody cares, but here we go. Let's get this started.
Don't cross him, he'll leave you in dismay. And don't try to boss him, he'll ruin your whole day. Just ask me, he's got more mental problems than a shrink could ever say. He's obfuscating, prevaricating, and constantly pontificating, exasperating, cream cheese grating, and forever bellying. He's aggravating and procrastinating, experiencing, irritating, and he's an asshole.
You almost got it, babe.
I'm getting closer every week.
Get off my lawn!
That's Grumpsetti, Grumpsini.
Grumparoni.
Grumparoni.
Grandi Grumpo. A casino di Grumpo.
It's the Carmel Valley treat.
Really. Grumparoni.
Grumparoni.
Allora.
That's what we're having for dinner.
Oh, yes. That's what we have for dinner every night.
Grumparoni.
Can a Grumparoni get una sanatini adesso,
every
per
damn
favore?
day it's Grumparoni around here.
Mi fai una sanatini, per favore?
Okay.
Grazie, bellissima.
That's right. No pitching now.
Yes, it looks like the new technology I bought has kept the hamsters active for a while. We'll see what happens. Got a lot of great guests tonight. you just can't get out of a key. Me neither. After she's gone, when she comes back, I'll get that Sanatini. Swing that shaker.
I got rhythm.
Shaker solo.
Okay, my fingers are freezing. I think all the ice is gone now.
Oh no, that would be
That's
Ooh.
an extra shaking and extra
extra
cold.
shaking. Well, I'll tell you right now,
Ooh, baby.
that might be shaking. My eel sono stirred.
Oye, solo.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this. I'm getting awful frisky just looking at you.
Uh-oh.
It's bringing me back to my childhood.
Woo! I know you got a thing for Italians.
Oh boy, don't you ever, man. Discovering Italy and Italian things. I mean, who doesn't love Italian food, Italian art, Italian automobiles, Italian people, Italian culture, Italian architecture. It's just hard
Italian
to...
fashion.
It's Italian fashion. It's just an amazing thing. So right now we're going to kind of get right back into the, it looks like Gidge has got to get herself a little more imbibement. I wouldn't have quit playing after you've gone. But after she's gone, she's a gone, and she's an all coming back. I'm a wonder.
Goner.
Anyways, well, I'm going to have a guest then, okay? We're going to start right off with guests. This is a good one. My dear friend of mine lives in Michigan, a young guitar player. This is the most selfless young man. I'm going to have to give him a lesson in being more selfish, I realize. I asked him to send me some stuff to play along with, and he just basically comped for me on a great song, and which I appreciate, because you know me, I like to, Grumps likes to play. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is Randy Napoleon. Yeah. Thanks, Randy. You owe me a whole lot of soloing, baby. You got to hear that guy. Look him up. Randy Napoleon. Like Bonaparte. Or blown apart. Nice. We could always play in G and get a whole bunch of open strings, right? Now it's up to me. He even went away.
He went away.
Poor Randy.
Randy.
Randy, you owe me some choruses, baby. You gonna dribble a basketball or no? It's the Harlem Globetrotters.
Now, how would I know that?
Because you watched the sports show last week.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Woo! Thank you, Randy Napoleon, everybody. Great young guitar player. Played with mostly with Freddie Cole was when I met him. Played a lot around Los Angeles when I'm down there. I played a lot with Gerald Clayton. We both played in that band, and now he's the guitar instructor at Michigan State University with Rodney Whitaker up there, and he's just such a talented young guy. You remember him from the Jazz Cruise? He was with Freddie Cole.
Oh, that nice young man.
And he plays.
I remember him.
He plays like this, but not really like this. Like he's got some like almost electric bass looking chops that are freaky good and freaky swinging. So check out Randy Napoleon, and he owes us a couple courses.
I do
we'll
remember
work that
him.
out. Yeah.
He's very sweet.
Oh, the
We
great.
hung with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On
sure.
the Jazz Cruise.
Mm-hmm. Jazz Cruise. That sounds like a.
How many of those did we do?
3, I think. 3 or 4 or
gosh.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun to get paid to go on a cruise.
Right, well, a cruise? I don't know about
And
cruises
get
right
treated,
now.
Well, no, back then,
I mean, you know,
and get treated like a rock star. It was kind of like, I was like kind of happy about it.
Being in the jazz business is one thing, but being in the jazz cruise business, that's like a whole other, it's like, that's a whole.
And the first time we did it, my niece was getting married in Key West on the day that we docked into Miami. So it was perfect. We got a car, we drove down to Key West, never been there before, made it to the wedding in perfect time. And it was weird. Somebody was introducing us around, oh, this is my
right.
Aunt Pammy. She's a cruise ship entertainer. And Bruce was too. They're cruise ship entertainers.
Yeah, I wanted everybody to start calling me Gopher.
Okay, I'll be a cruise ship entertainer.
Gopher. Remember Gopher on the cruise ship?
Yeah.
Of the Love Boat?
Gopher.
The Love Boat.
That was a fun little show.
God, can you imagine what that would look like now?
Oh,
no,
my.
okay,
Oh,
listen.
we don't want to.
Okay, anyways, back to our Italiana.
But it is a festive atmosphere. There were more than 100 people.
That? That's
Right. I turned on the blue. As those of you probably realize, I have an amazing tech setup here that I'm working.
It's an array of technology.
And what I can't believe is so far we have kept Facebook Live for 15 minutes. This is a record.
Is it a record?
And I'm very excited about it.
I think that's what.
I think it's the Z word.
Don't say that either.
Or the F word before the
There's
Z word.
a lot of words I don't think. I think
Anyways,
they're monitoring. I'm serious.
Oh God, I was in a really good spot here before the.
I was interrupted.
Anyways, oh yes, but what we've got is a Bluetooth speaker for the iPad so that I can play along with my friends who have graciously consented to let me play with them basically, and to ruin their careers by being on this show. And they know what'll happen is they'll inspire me. I'll end up just playing solo, and it's like one of those talk shows, where the other guy's in charge. So even though you have a really good point, they just kind of keep talking, and people forget what the hell you said. You watched those? I'm sure you've seen those shows. Anyways, back to Italiana stasera. Oh yeah, siamo in Italy alla 60s. Bravo, calzone.
Oh, what the hell he's saying?
I said calzone instead of calzone.
Oh, I know calzone. Those are those.
That was a joke for the Italian.
It's an inside-out pizza.
Right. But I
like it.
I was supposedly saying it's a beautiful song, but I joked about it. It's a joke in Italy. I made a joke in another language.
No wonder I didn't get it. Oh.
See, I said instead of canzone, which is a song, I said calzone.
Okay, get it.
And I used to say that on the stage in Italy, and
people all
would
laugh.
Yes, it all laughed.
Stupid American.
But it's not what you think it is.
If you're ever gonna kiss me, it had better be tonight, while the mandolins are playing and stars are bright. If you've anything to tell me, it had better be tonight, or somebody else may tell me. Whisper the words just right. Ella stasera, baby, go, go, go. Or as we natives say, fa subito.
Now, if I played an accordion, we should have had you do the melodica.
We need Wendy here on accordion. For this poor Americano who knows little of your speech, be a nice Italiano and start to teach. Show me how in old
Milano!
Lovers hold each other tight, but I warn you, sweet paisano, it had better be tonight. Yo no sé será, baby, go, go, go. Or as we natives say, or subito.
kind of nice.
You know?
I know if we'd had a little conga line, a little whole thing with Peter Sellers, it would almost have been the movie.
I should have been Italian.
Everybody's Italian.
I love Italians. So Bruce and I, we both grew up with the Italian.
Bruce, who? Who?
I mean, Grumps and Ginger, whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We had Italian neighbors and best friends, and we just, at a young age, we just fell in love. They were so much more fun. At least we're, my Infantinos, one house over, my best friend, Debbie Infantino. Oh my gosh. It was a party at her house all the time. She had 1,000 cousins and everybody, and my whole neighborhood. Here's some of the last names from my neighborhood that I grew up in San Jose, near Campbell, like the Campbell border. Infantino, Valente, Dini, Sirigliano, Siena, Paisano. That's just off the top of my head. These were my classmates. It was wonderful. I love them. I miss them. Mitzi Infantino. She had her hair like this all the time, except it was black, and I couldn't get mine up as high as hers.
Well,
Which reminds me, I need something. I need my prop.
Well, she's
Hold
going.
on.
Well, I'm going to tell an Italian story.
Oh, you go ahead, honey. It's your show, not mine.
No, it's not my show. It's our show, honey. And believe me, this is our way of committing to complete domestic confusion, which I suggest all you people involved in the pandemic do. Oh, you're coming back. That was quick. Okay, so I didn't have time to start anything. Okay, cool. Anyways,
I'm gonna just sit here and smoke.
in my years in the music business, I've learned one thing. Unfortunately, that's not enough. Anyways, she used to laugh at my jokes. Now she's heard them all so many times.
Oh God, 20 years worth.
That bored look of when you say something, she goes, "Yeah, that again." Okay, great. Like she has to listen to every year I say.
But I think the first
like
cigarette.
what's another thing I say every year? Name something I say every year.
Oh, they found the body.
Yeah. That's an Easter joke.
I don't know. It's countless.
Yeah. Anyways, but here I am. I'm in Italy, and granted, I know a little bit about a lot. No, I know a lot about a lot. I know a lot about a little things. I'm kind of the opposite. I know about what I know, and of course, my musical. Even though I bunked with a classical musician, I'm pretty much stuck with the basic classical repertoire, some of it, and so I'm in Italy, and I'm somewhere in Sicily at this time. And I'm playing these amazing concerts, the commune city, little towns put on these festivals, outdoor festivals, and you play usually in the piazza, and everybody comes. And some nights it's lyric music, sometimes it's rock, sometimes it's jazz, whatever it is, and everybody loves it, and it's just a hang. And I'm there, and there's this song I just decided to play. No, it happens to be a song that I heard Phil Woods play. For the first time I heard it, Phil Woods played it. And I just loved it. And for those of you that know anything about my playing, know I really like melody and I like tunes. I'm not anyways. But, and so I'm a corny motherfucker, okay? Oh, did we lose it?
Now we're going to lose it. See?
No, we didn't. Okay. Anyways.
Well, yes.
So, because I probably said it real fast. Anyways, so I played this beautiful song, and I went up to Phil afterwards, and I said, "What is that song? I love it." And he told me the name. He says, "It's called Yours Is My Heart Alone." I seem to remember him saying either Dave Brubeck wrote it, or he heard it, from Dave Brubeck. And I said, "Wow, that's so beautiful." And so I think that night I'd actually surreptitiously recorded him. And so I had it, and I figured it out. And then I looked up the song. This is back in the days, long before any of this internet stuff. We went to a record. Sorry, baby. We went to a record. I'm telling them about cool shit.
I know, it's super cool.
Okay, anyways, cool. It was cool to me. And there's this guy, Tom Madden, had a record store called The Magic Flute over by Kezar Stadium in San Francisco. It's where we found records. I said, "Man, there's a song I'm looking for. You know any versions of Yours Is My Heart Alone?" He says, "Yeah, Cannonball did it on the Poll Winners record. like with Wes Montgomery
Whoa.
and Ray Brown.
Whoa.
And I got that one. I said, cool. I bought it.
Yeah.
Went home. Cannonball's playing the song. It's the same song. I loved it. Now I'm kind of really feeling good about this song. So we're talking 20 years later. I'm in Italy. I'm playing this gig, and I'm going like I start off the thing, and of course I'm playing a bunch of solo stuff because I always do. Because I have to impress the guitar players, if not the girls. And I go. And I got that far, and everybody on the audience. I'm playing this melody, and everybody's singing, and I'm waiting for them, and they're singing the whole way through, and I can't, and they're singing in Italian.
Go figure.
And I'm going like, what is happening? I'm in some alternate universe.
It's the Twilight Zone Italian style.
Turns out, later, after their concert, somebody comes up and goes, "It's so beautiful that you did that aria."
Oh, an aria. Okay.
It's an aria
From
an opera,
Oh.
and it's actually not even Italian. It's originally German, but it has been translated into Italian.
It's not Wagner.
No, and I forget who wrote it. You can Google all that, but it's called "Tu che m'hai preso il cuore," which means "You've taken my heart," which is "Yours is my heart alone." It's kind of the same thing, and the English words are very similar to the. I went, now that we've got the internet, I went and looked up the actual. I mean, I've heard Pavarotti do it. Since I went like, oh, duh, I'm just like a dumb motherfucker that doesn't know that this is a classic, and so I just like found this beautiful song that I just immediately love, and I'll play it later in the show because Gidget, I think, has something she wants to do. I'm sensing impatience.
No,
and a husband is real good at if he's going to stay a husband for very long. He's got to sense things like impatience.
I did my little song. I'm good.
Well, you're going to do another song.
I'm always perturbed.
Perturbance. You know, like we've been married 20 years
20
now.
years.
25 with the wind chill.
Yeah, maybe 30. I
don't know.
Depends on the day.
And so
I'll drink to that.
Honey, you look. I don't know how you do it.
It looks saucy.
Gravity has not affected you.
I didn't look like this when I got up this morning. I guarantee you that.
And so, while this story, I mean, a little guy who always loved Italian things, got to go over to Italy a lot.
A little guy?
I was with a little guy. I became a tall guy, but still, I mean, I consider myself a little guy. I do. And because music is so big, it makes you always feel small.
That's a good point.
So
I get that.
I became friends with Giulio Capiozzo, who was
Giulio.
booking tours, and I would go over there probably like 3 weeks every 6-7 months, and I learned to speak the language, and I know a lot about it all over Italy. I've been in Giro, like just all around, and it's just an amazing place. It's very much like the States in the way that the regions have such a personality to them, and the people have such big personalities. And America is very much, United States of America is very much like that, much like because we're such a melting pot of various cultures. And I just want to rejoice in that, and I want to say how glad I am to have gotten the experience. But I want you to sing something because people are tired of hearing me talk. We got a lot of guests, and I just can't believe that Facebook's still going.
Well, maybe the
magic has happened.
The magic does.
25 shows, we figured it out. Now that everybody's left us and gone on to find good entertainment.
So they're like, I'm never going to listen to these people.
Everybody's found good entertainment, so they don't need to come back here anymore. But whatever. Okay, so
this is Saturday night.
This is Saturday night with Gidge, and she's going to do Daddy.
Daddy. Because you know why?
Why are you going to do Daddy? Because it's Father's Day. Holy shit. I just pulled that out of my ass. I just literally, I pulled it out of my asshole.
That somehow sounds even worse.
That's my asshole.
I know what an F-hole is.
Okay.
It just sounds bad.
Okay, should I say ass again?
No!
Okay.
No, I don't like either one. Tell you the truth.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. This is
Okay.
cool.
Okay. I'm going to
Hey,
say
everybody.
and I'm going to go. So
I can't believe people are still there.
Oh my God. Are you sure they're there? How do we know?
Do we really care? We're just doing this.
No, I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
You know, you make me do this and then I get to eat. So
You know, come on.
Oh, Daddy, I want diamond bracelets. Where are they? Everything. Daddy, you ought to get the best for me. Oh, Daddy G, won't I look swell in sables and clothes with
You look swell just the way you are.
You all get the
I like you
best
better with
for
nothing
me.
on, actually, to be honest.
I look better with this on, trust me. Here's an amazing revelation with a bit of stimulation. I'd be a great sensation. I'd be your inspiration. Grumpsy,
Oh, yeah, baby.
I want a brand new car.
You got
Champagne
one.
and caviar. I do. And I have champagne, and I hate caviar. Ooh, Daddy, you ought to get the best for me.
Now the part that she's bored with. If you listen to the
As us singers go,
if,
bullshit.
yeah, if you listen to the Julie London version, the guys just played as fast as they could in all the breaks. They did. It was great.
She went, hurry up.
It was a violin.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't it Stefan Grappelli?
No, I think it was Stuff Smith, wasn't it?
No, it was Stefan.
Oh, it really was.
It was.
Okay. I have to go back and listen. It was
You
great.
don't believe it?
Oh, no, I mean, I want to go back and hear it.
It's interesting.
I think I'm going to take a little more. Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
I got to do something fast, like they do.
Go, baby, go. I'm kidding. Oh, goodness. Dress me up in silks and satins. Put good boobs in my Manhattan.
Ooh, now you're talking my language.
Tempt me with expensive presents. Feed me oysters and broiled pheasants. Daddy, I want a sunken tub and someone to sort of give me a rub. Ooh, Daddy, you ought to get the best for me. Ooh, Daddy. Gotta have the last word.
Hey, I'm the accompanist. You had the last word, I had the last notes. Okay. Well, I'm looking for another gig. Anybody out there need a random accompanist with a mask on? Anyways, back to Yours is My Heart Alone. I never really played that song, so I'm going to play it later on another show. Because I got so many guests here who I'm just so excited about. Just had some wonderful singing, so I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go back to guitar playing. Many of you don't know. Most of you do. I have a podcast with Scott Henderson and Troy McCubbin called Guitar Wank. Boom. And we just basically shoot the shit and talk about the life of music and what we're interested in and what got us inspired to do what we do and all that kind of stuff. Of course, we crack jokes and drink liquor, but what would you expect? Anyways, here's a friend of mine who's on our show coming up. We just did the show, so it will be up soon. This is Peter Bernstein, a true great player, another great player. I'm so lucky to know so many cool people. Now let's just hope the Bluetooth is all working. Peter played, and I know I'm going to get all excited and do a bunch of crazy shit afterwards. Sorry, Peter, but you're the star now. She likes Peter. Peter Bernstein. Damn. I love that guy. Anyways, Star Eyes. I love the way he kind of, instead of the usual major, he kind of gave it the old diminished touch. It sounds like what he did first. I might even do it this way. That's nice too. Grumps just had a total moment here. I'm going to take you out somewhere completely different. Sorry, Peter. I'm remembering something that happened to me very early in my life. I was... For those of you who don't realize, I just modulated up to E. Wow. Holy moly. those of you that are still listening. When I was on the road with Barney Kessel, and somebody requested that we play around midnight, and Barney said, you play it. And so I said, okay. And I played it, and he watched me play it, and he looked at me, and in the middle. We're playing in front of all these people at this jazz festival, and he's watching me play, you know. And he said to me, Bruce, just a second. And like, which is kind of rude when you think about it, but beautiful because Barney was direct. And he said, Bruce, you think if Thelonious Monk was a guitar player instead of a piano player, like you played piano, right? And I said, yeah. He says, do you think he would have written Round Midnight in E flat minor?
Whoa.
And I went like, I'm like right in front of all these people, you know, and Barney's being a hard ass. Wow. And I go like, I don't know. He says, like, you know the piano. I mean, like how it lays out in E flat minor. It's a beautiful key. And he says, you know, but we're guitar players. He says, play it in E minor. And so I proceeded to play it in E minor. And like, not before, I think I played the first day, just kind of basically E flat minor capoed up a half fret. But immediately I went, and I just went.
There you go.
And it's like, what? I mean, it's all there. And I just kind of found it just right in that moment. There it is. I found it then. I can't find it now. And I went like, whoa. And I am... So back to wow, what a trip down memory lane. Peter, if you will ever speak to me again, I'll be mostly grateful and glad. Sorry for hijacking. What a wonderful course you sent me. Oh, shit. Man, nobody's ever going to do this again. Okay, anyways, back to the world. Gidget, you got anything to say to the world? No, niente? Un cazzo? No vuoi parlare niente?
Get your guests going.
Okay. Well, we happen to have a wonderful singer who I have played with over the years. She actually played with Cowbop, and she was the woman who played bass on the original Red Guitar Show, the very first, the inaugural show, the commission piece that I did. We made a record together with Jeff Hamilton, a little trio record. We've played together for years. I just love her dearly. She sings great. She plays bass great. Another protege of Ray Brown. We have that in common too. And she sent me something. She's living in Denmark now, which is kind of a cool idea, and in many ways, a lot of people might say a smart idea. And her, oh, whoops, now you see my whole vibe here. You figured out the Grumps technology thing. I can't believe Facebook has not dumped us.
Well, there you go.
And Tony Monaco has said hello. Ciao, Tony. Monaco, Italiano, va bene? He's one of them. He's
Ciao,
like,
baby.
you know, and he comes from a cement contracting family. You don't fuck around with people like that.
Don't say that word.
It's still okay.
It's going to cut you off.
Okay, this is Kristin Korb, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from
Kristin.
Denmark. Come on, baby.
Hey, Bruce and Hammy.
We're Grumps and Gidget now, my darling.
I miss you guys, and I wish we could actually be in the same room together. I guess this is better than nothing, huh? I was thinking we could do a little come rain or come shine.
Well, make up your mind. Woo!
I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you. Come rain or come shine. High as a mountain, as a river. Come rain or come shine. Yes, when you met me, it was just one of those things. But don't ever let me, 'cause I'm gonna be true. If you let me, oh, you're gonna love me like nobody's loved me. Rain or come shine. Happy together, I'm happy together. Won't that be fine? This evening, honey, or Sunday, and all we're out of Monday. But I'm with you always, I'm with you. Come rain or shine.
I guess this is me. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
I'm with you always. I'm with you. You know I'm with you. Rain or come shine. 'Cause I'm with you always. I'm with you. Come rain or shine. I'm with you. Rain or shine.
Ooh, that was super good. She's so great.
Isn't she great?
Yeah, and the nicest person in the world, too.
I know.
Love
She'll
her
get over
faces.
that eventually. She'll get over that.
No, she won't.
You know, and then she moved to Denmark and
She just is.
married Morton. And
Morton. I love Morton.
well, Morton. Can I get another Santini, darling?
Well, on us.
Yeah. Love you, Kristin.
It was great,
I hope
Kristin.
this didn't ruin your career.
Oh.
Part of me wants to just play again on more on that tune, but I'm not gonna. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep moving
Go.
because I got a lot more to go, and boy, the time has flown. Anyways, want to get a dear friend on this show because basically I love her so much, and she's got a show right after ours, so you can go check if you dig this, or even if you don't dig this, go check it out. How about that? Okay, now this is Wendy Fitz. Now Wendy Fitz. Oh, I don't know if this stand is going to be able to hold. I'm going to have to put you in this mode, honey, because if we turn that off, that'll be better. Okay, Wendy introduced me to Gidget. So right away, boom.
Hate her.
Everybody loves her. Everybody hates her. Well, whatever. We're dealing with this. We're going to have to go to therapy, to get group therapy. But meanwhile, Wendy Fitz on Facebook, she has her own show, and Steve Weber is the bass player, a fantastic bass player, both from the hometown of mine and Gidge, San Francisco. Here we go. We're going to let you hear what's happening.
Here you go.
I guess it's me now. Oh. Yeah. Woo! Thank you, Wendy and Steve.
That was great.
Unbelievable. Non credo adesso, ma siamo arrivati all'ultimo momento di questa show. It's one of the fastest hours of my life. I can't say that in Italian. Anyways, Gidge, come back. Let's finish off the show.
Oh.
Can you believe it?
Oh. Well.
An hour of their lives, just like that.
Just like.
Those unfortunate people.
And on a Saturday night. Too.
Oh, those unfortunate people. This from the from the bottom of my heart. Da mi cuore. Sono molto dispiaci per quest'ora.
Oh, molto bene. Oh, I know.
I'm just overcome with this. Anyways, thank you, Gidge, for your Gina Lola Brigida.
You know, this doesn't just happen. There's a lot of effort goes into
And
you
for
girls
making
know what I'm
the
talking about.
toilet paper earring that I continue to wear.
All the things I do.
And for all the things that we didn't get to bring up to people that we will bring up in Wednesday's show.
We will? Like what?
Well, there's the party packs, and there's and there's all those, all those interesting breakdancing moves I was going to show you.
Well, maybe it's best that
Next
we
week.
Okay, so
let's do it.
Ahead.
You gonna do it without the music?
Don't try to cross him, he'll leave you in dismay. And don't try to cross him, he'll ruin your whole day. He's got more mental problems than a shrink could ever say. He's obfuscating, prevaricating, and constantly pontificating, exasperating, cream cheese grating, forever belly aching. He's irritating, and he's really irritating.
Ma io non ho fatto un cazzo. Adesso solamente sono suonare. Sempre suonare. Non faccio niente.
That's what I always say. And he's an asshole.
Vaffanculo.
I know that.
Okay, here's another buckle shot for all of you.
Oh, lucky people.
Buckles.
Woo!
Buckles, bubbles, and beads.